Hello, good morning, good morning. This is Janae Carruthers here from Spokane Falls Community College MESA program. And I just wanted to hop on. I know there's a lot of uncertainty going on and schools are changing minute by minute. We get lots of life-changing information, like second by second, it seems like, and then sometimes there's a silence of information. So I just wanted to hop on and share a few of my thoughts and some of the inspirations that I like to spread to my students. Knowing that each of us, we can stay strong. Each day is still a gift, and we can be the best version of ourselves. In each moment, in each day, we can find the best version of ourselves. Stay connected with people, continue to do the things that you love. At least the weather is getting a little bit better. And just keep staying connected, keep knowing that you yourself are strong, and we all make plan Bs, plan Cs, plan Ds, and that is all right. Each of you has so many strengths, and knowing that there are still people out there for you, myself included, and other friends or family. So one of the things that I am bummed about is that over spring break, we were going to do our MESA leadership student retreat. And I wanted to get on, since a lot of us sometimes have some free time and some time to hop on your computers. And I wanted to sort of give a condensed version. I was invited to do the opening speech at the retreat. And I wanted to sort of share my thoughts on what I was really excited to share and all these components about holistic development, professional development. And the big theme for the retreat that we were going to do over spring break was 21st century skills. Some of you have already heard me say this lots of times, but I take students on a lot of career fairs and professional development opportunities, career fairs, like I said, and I have the best job in the world. So I myself are not looking for jobs. Instead, I go up to recruiters. I go up to people who are working as engineers, as doctors, as biologists, and I ask them, what is something that you wish you yourself would have started earlier, or that you're looking for first year college students, second year college students, or students who are still a few years out working at your company? What skills do you wish they would start working on? And as much as it may hate to tell you that it's not calculus, it's not memorizing chemical components, it's not your math, your history, your science. And while all of those skills are really important, all of that background information is really, really important, all of the recruiters, all of the employers, they are always saying 21st century skills. So we were going to talk about over our retreat, what are 21st century skills? I'm just going to list a few as examples. We used to call them soft skills. So hard skills would be ideas of like how to do a formula, how to code in a certain language. Soft skills are now changing into 21st century skills because we see that they're not soft. Indeed, they're not soft. It's that fact, they're very, very tough. And they're very, very supportive, and they make you a more holistic person and make you full of your own strengths and your own positivity. So some of the ideas that we were going to work on: creativity, work ethic, interpersonal skills, time management, conflict management, deal making, facilitation, public speaking, reading body language, storytelling, data literacy, adaptability, flexibility, personal values. So that's just a really brief example. And as you know, all of those skills, or all of those 21st century facets, they're developed in multiple of ways. There's no right or wrong answer. So maybe spend this break exploring, who are you as a person? What values do you have? What strengths do you have? What does holistic development, and when I say holistic, I know a lot of the MESA centers use this. University of Washington, Washington State University uses these holistic developments. It's the idea that who are you as a person beyond just your GPA and the classes that you're taking. Those GPAs, those classes you are taking are extremely important, but what value do you bring as a person? What strengths? Sometimes how do you tick? Acknowledging that and knowing what makes you tick is something that you can work on too. So spend this time, what brings positivity into your life? Is it reading? Is it researching? Is it communicating with people? Thankfully to technology, knowing that you can find a self-care routine. So sometimes when uncertainty, when the environment is all over the place and things are constantly changing, making a self-care routine. And I mean self-care like self-care on your own and mental self-care and physical self-care, but I also mean your own professional, academic, and personal self-care. So your holistic, what am I doing over break? This is not, they're telling all of us workers that even though we're staying at home, we still are expected to work, and that's awesome. So all of you students, all of you pre-professionals, this is, yes, take some time for you, take some time to relax, make sure you're staying calm. But what are you holistically, what is a plan that you're making to be the best 21st century engineer, the best 21st century, you name in the future career you want. The new thing now is that we are not asking, as counselors, as academic advisors, we're not asking students, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's now, what do you want to do? What problems do you want to solve? There used to be a lot of hype on like the titles of your job and the title of what you want to be. I want to be a coder. I want to be X, Y, and Z. But now it's, what problems do you want to solve? And that brings in that personal strengths that you have, and also what makes you tick, what makes you inspired, what makes you fight, light a fire inside. And so finding out what problems do you want to solve? What do you want to do in the next year, in the next 3 years, in your future career, in an entry career, and then long term? Like what problems do you want to solve? What do you want to do? And what holistic development, what 21st century skills can you be developing? Is it communication? Is it creative thinking? Also, in all honesty, when I was an undergraduate and recently in the science world, as I did used to think there was a deviation between STEM, the acronym science, technology, engineering, and math, and then also the acronym STEAM, which adds arts. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And I was like, oh my goodness, no one needs arts. We're all about analytical thinking. We're all about calculations. No one needs the creative side. No one needs the making data into imagery. No one needs arts. Seriously, our world, and now I've changed my thoughts on that, is that, and it's funny that someone also said, like, why do we even need an acronym? It should just be what we study or what we do or what problems we solve. An acronym of STEAM really encompasses everything. So we do need the analytical components who then can communicate to those who are communicating out to the public or to children, or bringing all of our pieces together and collaborating and facilitating and being team leaders. So thinking about, don't feel so put in a square box on what engineers should be doing, or put in a square box what life scientists should be doing. I'm just listing examples, but thinking about how you can add to your 21st century skills, and every experience you have, you can put these skills on a resume. You can talk about these skills in an interview. Do you work at a daycare? Do you work with children? That shows a lot of creativity and a lot of time management. Working in any job, that shows teamwork, and that shows time management, working in a collaborative research environment. So just kind of wording the 21st century skills, what you do and how you're going to develop those. And we always talk about the holistic part. So it's like holistic health, that we're now learning that like your heart health is not isolated on front of your whole body. It's also same as professional development. It's not isolated in one area. So I challenge you to look inward for your personal strengths, your personal ticks, what drives you, instead of outward. Yes, I know that there are lots of institutional and society components that make us feel that we are less than. I know that there are words and lots of fitting into boxes and lots, again, institutional and societal norms that aren't quite right. But I challenge you instead to look inward and define your own norm and define your own strengths and your own 21st century skills. What makes you creative? What makes you troubleshoot? What are your own personal values? In what moments are you adaptable? Organization, self-monitoring, resourceful. I know then you'll start building upon those, and you'll you'll develop a self-efficacy on those and a self-strength on those skills, and just keep developing those. And then you'll be able to talk about them more. You'll be able to be excited about going to professional development networking nights or career fairs, or even applying to a college and be like, I do this and I know this and I work with teams and individual and I'm a time management. And so knowing all of those areas is creating an idea of inward strength and self-efficacy. Yes, like I was saying, and I can't speak to all of them, being my own gender and my own race, but I know that there are institutional boxes that sometimes get forced on us. But I really challenge you to find people who support you and to find yourself. No one will support you more than yourself. I really challenge you on adding positivity to your own life and just keep moving forward. Again, I know this is a weird time with COVID-19 and things shutting down and lots of information being thrown at us and some silence. So I'm trying to keep you all involved. And those who are on my MESA group, know that I'll be doing live Zoom meetings and Canvas every Thursday from 9 to 11, Mondays 9 to 11 a.m., and then 1 to 3 p.m. So feel free to reach out if you need anything. And thank you for being here.